Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show. Yeehaw!
Good Monday morning, all the Southern Fried Podcast fans and all you people out there in Cornbread Nation, you breadheads. Good Monday morning. How's Dave this morning?
I am excellent. Ready for vote week. Time change Monday. Happy about it. Let's go. Let's go aggravate some people and see how much they enjoy the time change Monday. But no, I'm happy. Had a good show last night with the news desk and ready to get it on. Ready to go. Let's see what happens.
Amen to that.
Wait. Cannot
I
wait.
got an update on Erica Morgan this morning. She was transferred to Vanderbilt. She's actually showing some good signs of improvement. She is actually talking now a little bit, and she's eating and drinking good, and she's going to have a long road to recovery. She's going to have to do some rehab. She can't get up and walk yet, but it looks like she is going to pull through with the grace of God. Dave, I'd like to pray for her again and pray for a speedy recovery and a prayer of thanks. So,
Yeah,
would you
and
care to start
we
us
had a
off?
death in a young man in our church, not in our church, but a lady in our church, her nephew, died this sometime over the weekend or run up the weekend. So remember that family.
Yeah, lead us off, Dave.
Father, we thank thee, Lord, this morning. It's a blessing to be part of thy kingdom and alive today and all the blessings you have in our life. We thank you for answering prayers, Lord, and looking over this young lady, Father, getting her the help she needs, mostly the hand of the great physician. We always want to give a prayer of
Amen.
thanks, and your will be done in all things. Continued recovery and prayers for the family and support for them as they are out of town, the financial needs that they have, and whatever else that they need, Father, during this time. Put your hands upon the family continued, and Father, we'll just keep praising thee for all thy blessings. We ask this in Jesus' name.
And dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for everything that you do for us. The big things, the little things, the things we don't even notice. We know you watch after us and you look after us. And we thank you for that, dear Lord. You know, there's so many blessings that you give us that we don't even realize. And these people that are struggling, the ones that have had loss, be with them, comfort them. These people that are getting over injury, that have a long road to go, be with them, give them strength as only you can. And we ask you for all and thank you for all in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Get up, pray up, and coffee up.
Oh,
It's our
we're doing it.
tagline for the morning show, and it is a good tagline. I
It
like
is
it.
a good.
And today we would say, and vote. If
And
you have
vote.
not voted tomorrow, vote.
Mm-hmm.
Over 4 million Georgians, number strong across the country. I think most states probably much more than 50% have voted. Some cases 60, maybe even 70%. It
Wow.
Tonight, Rob, Mama said I mentioned last night what I want us to do for part of the show is to show the electoral journey for President Trump. How can he win, and what is it going to take for him to win? Let's look at the states, how they're already pretty much fallen, what's left, uh, because there's already going to be several states that are Democrat, several states that are Republican. Let's look at the toss-up states and throw some numbers out there. Good morning, Luke
Morning,
Cook.
Luke. How's
How are
Mr. Cook
you,
this morning? That's the Lukester.
Lukester?
Yeah, I like. Oh man, I got to call him later on today.
Glad to have you on the program on this time
Absolutely.
change Monday morning. What a blessing. We are happy to have you in the house and appreciate all those that are watching in. We have a lot of people from X this morning, also Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate that. We hope that you're happy to be an American today, and happy hopefully to see a great victory in just by tomorrow evening. Once again, for tomorrow, we will have live coverage of as long as we can stay up, and then we'll pick it up early the next morning. We do have a morning show the next morning, and the next 3 or 4 shows are going to be dedicated to election news. We'll throw in some funny stuff, and like we always do. But this is a crucial time. We're going to throw in getting ready for work. All right, that's a hard-working American right there.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely hard-working American. That means that there's a lot of people in this country that are not hardworking, but we appreciate all the hardworking Americans who are getting it done every day, the 40-hour work week or 60 or whatever it is you're working. God bless you.
Yeah, I've known Luke for a long time. He's almost as good looking as I am, Dave.
Well, how long since you've seen him?
Not too long.
Not too long. Okay, I just wondered if you had looked in a mirror to gauge that beauty versus what you saw or not.
That's not very nice. I don't like what you're insinuating there.
I'm just saying your mirror may be lying to you a little bit. Does your mirror talk back, or are you doing the profile pic? And getting up there.
Dave, you need some nice lessons this morning.
You ask your wife how you're looking lately? It's really
I don't have to.
It's really important the kind of answer you're getting. If they say this,
it's even taken up for me here. Look here.
If they say, if your wife says you'll always be beautiful to me, you know that you've crossed over, brother.
Dude.
Hey, it's all in love.
Thank you for having my back, Luke. Hang on a minute. Hey, baby. Am I beautiful?
So gorgeous.
She said, so gorgeous.
So gorgeous. Well, you put her on the spot. She's not going to say nothing over the air like that. I mean, come on.
That is true. We've been friends since we were in school.
That was the one-room schoolhouse on top of the hill that you walked 10 miles to get to each way, right?
Yes.
Through the snow.
And look at that.
He's a good person. Yes, he is. I'll concur. I've known him not as long as you, but quite a long time.
I'm gonna tell you something. Luke's good people. I mean, he's been. He is what? Have a good one, Luke. Have fun at work today. We'll try to get on a little earlier tomorrow. Or come on in here tonight. Well, Mama said. Give us a holler. I'll holler at you later on.
Yeah, and give us a follow if you hadn't done that on Facebook or YouTube or something.
Oh, I bet he has.
He probably has. We appreciate it if you have. God bless you.
Or one of the best looking Michael. I got to be fair.
I tell you, I'm surprised Michael has time to even be in here. He has profiled himself, picked several pictures on Facebook and stuff out there. I'm surprised he's got time to be on here with all the dates he's probably getting right now. All the women have been calling him up and come by and seeing him, cooking for him, all that stuff. I mean, his door's being beat down right now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, Michael, it's all going to be for naught if you can't hook up with that young lady from North Carolina. I'm sorry. Sorry.
And by the way, a shout out to Western North Carolina President Trump. I have to hang a credit card around my neck. Western North Carolina is voting is record turnout, 2% above the rest of the state. These folks are not going to let death and destruction and carnage and everything else stop them. Robert, they're getting out and voting.
Yeah.
And I'll guarantee you, for the most part, we probably know who they're voting for.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, you can't, let FEMA slap people on the face like that and drag their feet getting started, or what apparently looked like a drag of feet getting started where they wasn't helping people. But you know what? Neighbors stepped up.
That's
right. Franklin Graham's organization stepped up. You had all these people step up So
churches,
let them step down.
individuals,
We're still going to take care of our people.
companies, so many
Yes.
people. People
And
got to
thank
get out
you to
there and
all
getting
of
it
you
done.
people, all the people and the companies, everything that jumped in and helped our neighbors over in North Carolina. Thank you. They were in dire need, and y'all stepped up, and thank you for doing that. It's amazing to see our country back our neighbors up. You know, that's one of the things. We don't hear enough stories about that. The good that Americans do for each other, and the pride that should comes from us, that should just ooze from us from being Americans. We don't hear enough about that.
That's right.
But these people that stepped up and saw that the neighbors suffering and in trouble, most of these guys worked, didn't ask for anything, no money, no recompense, just jumped in and helped. Oh my goodness, that just makes you. Mm, we're going to have birds singing in the background.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, it's the American can-do spirit.
Yes.
And by the way, those areas have never. If you go back, I mean, how good has government been to these Appalachian people over the last 100 years? Go look at the stories of what they did to Appalachia people.
Yeah.
It's a dirty story. I mean, go back and look how they were treated. And I won't mention the three-letter major utility. Go back and look at what happened. Those
Yeah.
stories are there. Those pictures.
Mhm.
And it's not just there. I mean, how many cemeteries were covered up because they didn't want to pay to move them and everything? They just come in
Yeah.
and they just ramrod these people, man. I'm telling you, Appalachian people don't forget. They know it's passed down through their family. They know what the deal is.
Yeah.
They love
And
America. They're patriotic. They go and serve in wars and defense of our nation, and they work hard and all this stuff. But they know the story. They know what's happened.
well, I tell you what, I sure was proud to see Mr. Luke in here this morning. My goodness, that made my day.
President Trump was in Macon, Georgia this weekend. Newsmax got a headline that Trump declares Georgia will seal, if he wins Georgia, will seal election. It is an important state, Rob. We're going to look at
Mhm.
that tonight. I'd like to do an electoral map of numbers. We'll look at the numbers and see that.
Yeah.
But he has to have Georgia, no doubt. He needs Georgia, and so we'll see.
Well,
By the way, this story about the death of the squirrel and the what was it?
Peanut.
You got Peanut and Fred. Fred gets left out of the
Yeah.
equation. Fred was killed too. Fred was
Yeah. A
what's
raccoon.
Fred? The raccoon, yeah. Fred the raccoon, Peanut the squirrel, and they come in there. The jackboot people come in there, pull these people out of their house, rip their house apart, treating them like they were some big criminals. The person who ratted on them has already had to delete all their social media accounts. We're not advocating for any kind of attack or anything like
Mhm.
that, but this has angered a lot of people. These people ran a place, a sanctuary for these animals. Some of these animals
Yeah.
can't go back in the wild anyway. They're injured to the point they can't go back in the wild. I mean,
And Peanut was taken in as a baby.
and was in today's time a
Mother
TikTok
was
star.
killed.
People look forward to that, and
Mhm.
they said they had tried to reintroduce him when he got injured, and somebody just got jealous, I guess, and said, they said they was afraid they were going to create a viral infection or something, I'm sure they're a masked top person all the time. I
Oh
probably
yeah.
shouldn't say that, but I'm going to. And anyway, just why can't we just leave your neighbors alone? I mean, we live in a country now, Rob, where they've turned everybody into narcs and secret agents to spy on their neighbors and tell on them. I was out in Texas one time, and I was speaking at a church out there in Fort Worth, right outside of Fort Worth, Texas, and I was looking at the local city website, and they were bragging about being a partner and telling on your neighbors. Does your neighbor have a piece of their fence missing? Is there a piece of wood missing out of their fence? Has
Oh
your
my.
neighbor not cut their grass as soon as they should? Call this number, partner with the city, and we'll send people out to get onto them. Thanks for being a partner with the city. That just sickened me, man. Whatever happened to going over and helping people? Going over
Yeah.
and saying, "Hey, I noticed a piece missing here. Do you mind if I help you with that?" Or can I help with your grass or anything? What happened to neighbors like that, Rob? They're turning
People.
neighbors into agents, secret agents for the government. I'm sorry, it just ticks me off, man. I mean, used to be neighbors looked after that, and it still happens. There are a lot of neighbors that look after
Yeah.
neighbors, but more and more we're turned into individuals. There's no people don't know their neighbors. They rat on them. They it's like a badge of honor to call up the authorities and get onto them. I remember our neighbor got in trouble with her grass, and she was having some trouble, single parent and all. And I was telling my son, I said, we need see if we can't get up there and help her. But that next thing you know, all the county people show up and everything. And she was out of town. We hadn't been able to ask her if we could come over and help her, if we could help fix the
Yeah.
lawn or whatever it was. And my son told her, said, my dad wants you to know he didn't call. He don't do that. And she goes, I know it wasn't you. I know who it was. And said my son's going to get it today. Said, my dad, and this is the deal. Like my dad was sick. I was having to stay with him and take care of him. And we just got behind on it. And ain't that the way it is, man? Nobody's like checking, It's got an emergency situation going on. Just makes me mad. I mean, it just ticks me off.
So now, in addition to whatever hardship that they had that caused the situation, you've thrown more hardship right on top of them.
Yeah.
Instead of being a good neighbor, I just.
Everybody can. I mean, there are some people that just don't care. I understand that. I understand that there are people that probably needs to be something done. But I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about where you got like a drug house next to you. I'm not talking about that. And by the way, the neighborhood could clean that up too. It used to be neighborhoods. Whole neighborhoods would make sure that didn't happen. I'm just talking about people that are just. I mean, they spy on you, man. They just spy on you not to be a good neighbor. They're spying to see if they can see anything that they can get you in trouble with the city, county officials, or the HOA or whatever. That just drives me crazy, Rob. I just can't stand that.
I do my walks still. I do them in the mornings, and I've been getting way back on track. I've been trying to get them back done in the day, but I've been getting out there in the mornings. But when I walk, I don't just walk and have my head down. I look and check my neighbors and stuff like that, make sure everything's okay. Not to be nosy, just to make sure they're okay, because we care about our neighbors down here. I don't go up on their property. I do it from the road, and I just look.
Well, you were helping a neighbor the other day where their dog was hurt and everything else. I mean, that's what you do, I mean, anyway, that's just I hate that for them, I mean, what were they hurting? What was they hurting? They brought a lot of joy to a lot of people. They used the money they got out of it to build this place to help other animals and stuff. I mean, to me, it's just I mean, why can't we just leave people alone and let them be? I mean, whatever happened to they take their kids. These are the same people that take their kids and watch Dr. Doolittle or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid growing up, we had a guy named, I think he was Mike. You might remember this. What was his name? Wolfman. And he had the animals that you could come see and everything. Today, they would come in there on that guy and they would tear him down and cuff him and stuff him and take him off to jail. This guy had wolves, and he had wolves, German Shepherd mix thing. But you could go out. It was like a little animal thing that you could walk through and see these animals and stuff. And that's just you just can't do anything anymore without being the same cookie cutter stuff. You try to do anything a little different, somebody's trying to tear you down. That's just unfortunate. We're better than that, America. Come on.
Yeah, we are. And okay, we got the squirrel and the raccoon police out there, and hit squad and stuff like that. We could, if it's a squirrel or an animal or something that needed help and now it's stuck, let's just get on top of that. Let's just go out there and hammer that down. But when it comes to the illegal immigrants coming into this country, then
where's the jackboot army coming out on that?
Yeah.
Come on.
You're focused on the wrong things, people.
What's next? They're going to come out and get people's pet hamsters and snakes and everything else. I mean, what's next?
Yeah. I don't believe you'd ever have a pet snake.
Oh, I wouldn't, but those that do, I don't. You know what? That's the thing. That's America. That's freedom.
That's right.
Somebody wants a pet snake. I don't care. I don't care. That's their business. I'm not getting into their business.
If you're going to have a small furry mammal for a pet, other than a dog or a cat, let me recommend a guinea pig.
The old guinea pig.
Oh, I miss mine. Oh.
I mean, somebody might not like you got 4 cats, man. They might be thinking, well, I don't want, why we got 4 cats there? They might.
Well, there's a reason we got 4 cats. Chuck was too cute.
I mean, If someone is taking care of their animals, if someone and these animals were definitely, I mean, they were on camera every day,
Yeah.
showing them through all their daily rituals and routines. It was cute as heck, and I mean, just look like great people. And you just rip them like that. You know, enjoy yourself. Give yourself a hand clap. Hey Sam, give yourself a hand clap for being an unpatriotic American. You know,
Yes.
we know what you are. Good grief. I mean, yeah, just can't leave people alone. God help. It's like that video where the you've seen it where the neighbor called somebody was barbecuing out and they had some sort of a
Oh yeah.
yeah, they come out and told them, smoke was bothering people, and it was against the statute or the law or whatever. I mean, I thought it was a joke. Like, really? I mean, are you kidding me? No, you got to shut her down.
I got to throw that up there. Hey, Sam, I think I sent you the wrong address on the cryptid hunter. I will track him down today.
I,
Uh,
I, I
he
did I
said
did
that
get
was
his
it.
Facebook.
He said
I,
that was it.
I
But
did friend his Facebook yesterday or the day before.
okay, well,
I am
I'll
I am, I
get
am
on yours.
there. So yeah, I actually left a message and watched one of his videos from about a year ago or two when he was out in the deep wood
Mm,
recruiting. Yeah, one day left. That's it. Get to the
right.
polls.
Yeah, we've already been hollering that this morning. Get out there, vote, vote, vote. Don't we're not going to tell you how to vote because it ain't none of our business and that ain't our place, But get out there and vote.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm. So everybody knows how we vote. I think we're pretty obvious and blatant on that, but that's our rights as U.S. citizens.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if someone wants to keep it private, absolutely. I don't. I'm not keeping mine private. I did cast my vote early voting for Donald J. Trump for president, and I went Republican down the ballot. You know, there was one of them I wasn't a big fan of. It was kind of local, but I went ahead and there wasn't anything else there, so I went ahead and just cast the vote there too. So do read the questions before you go, though. In Georgia, if there are any questions in your state, please go review those about potential laws being,
Absolutely.
introduced. Got to make sure you're educated on that. And wow, Rob, we're just really gotten people piling into the
Yeah,
stream this morning. We appreciate you so very much.
we absolutely do.
Uh, Stay with the Southern Fraud. We got some great things going on. We're working hard every day to make things better, and we're going to be introducing some new stuff as well. I've said this before too, and please don't, please, man. I'm going to talk to the men for a second. Help your wife. They look to you for strength and leadership sometimes, and some wives, not all. Please, ladies, I know many of you are very political. You pay attention. But some
Absolutely.
wives, they really aren't in. They just don't pay attention to politics too much. And I always hate it when you can't talk in the voting booth, and you'll kind of catch them, but the wife will be like whispering, like, "Okay, honey, who did you say we were voting for? I
Do
don't
you
remember
ever
none of these people."
just turn it up here and walk away, dude?
You have to get
You
print
have
them
to
off a
keep.
sample ballot, mark it up, and say here. Then
Yeah,
then take them out to a good breakfast or
yeah.
lunch or whatever it
Lunch,
is.
dinner. Oh,
Oh, I love it. God
yeah.
bless. Let's get yes. I love it.
So I did vote Democrat on the down ballot.
Well, in some local cases, it's really
Yeah, I think the locals. I agree with something. Pol- uh, Hopefully soon to be politician said on here from Bainbridge, Miss Stephanie Heritage. She said something about the partisanship does not matter so much down ballot at local level, that it all should be bipartisan. Just do away with it. You're looking for candidates that are going to directly affect you, and there's some issues out there that go beyond partisan politics, like transparency and stuff like that. And I agree with her. And she's, I'm not in her district, or I would have cast my vote there. But it is what it is. I'm not. I'm in Miller County. But hopefully she is going to be on the show tomorrow night as well. I'm gonna reach back out to her today and remind her that, hey, win, lose, or draw, come on the show tomorrow night at some point.
Absolutely.
Pop in with us.
We hope that we can get that. We're so new. I mean, we really are, man, Rob. This in 2025, it's going to be the first full year, and we're going through, and we're making contacts with these politicians left and right all over the place, and you'll be seeing a lot more of this as we make those connections and get people used to who we are, and so I would say, what you got to understand, I was just fixing to say before it was said that is that they're going to put the letter in front of their name that is the winner. And there were a lot of local politicians who were Democrats for years. Excuse me, a few years ago, switched off. Every one of them switched over Republican in this area of the state for us because that's who started winning. And so they joined in the party, and they tried to smoke screen everybody to make them think they were all, oh, that don't matter. Well, we know how you ruled before.
Yeah.
You changed the letter, didn't change your politics. Check. We got you. We know.
Hey, I'm gonna throw this out there. Stephanie Harity has just decided to run this year, and she's never done politics before. So she is a breath of fresh air, and she's like, hey, y'all go behind closed doors if you want to, but y'all going to have to provide some bullet notes afterwards, and we got to know what's going on. So, and that's good, because a lot of these places go to what they call, let's have the executive part of the meeting, and they go behind closed doors. They don't want to air it out.
That's every county and city.
Yeah.
It does that, everyone.
And if it's a legal matter.
And there are things they have to do that for. It could be a personnel decision. They have to keep those things private. Everybody understands that. But sometimes they go in and make an agreement on something big, and they come back out. Next thing you know, it's just like, wait a minute, what happened here?
Amen, Michael.
Rob, I thought it was interesting that RFK Jr. come out and said something this weekend, a couple things, and I covered it last night. I want to pop those out there this morning. But first, Rob, let's do a commercial. Let's get our ads in for us, and then let's run the store, and then we'll talk through our other ones, and we'll be right back. And I want to stay with us. We're going to talk about two things that RFK Jr. said this weekend. I think it's interesting. So.
Well, I'm looking here. You just keep talking there for just
keep
a second.
on talking. Keep on talking. Yeah. It was weird coming out of church last night and seeing it.
The Southern Fried Podcast now has its own store. Go to sfplive.com/store. These links are also found on Facebook and X and some of the other social streams. You will find shirts and hats and mugs and bags and all kinds of items with many different designs. These are just but a few of the more than 250 items that we have with different designs. We hope you'll come and shop, support the podcast. Every dollar that is paid will go towards keeping the podcast growing, and we thank you for your support. sfplive.com/store. Go shop today and get that favorite person in your life, their Southern Fried Podcast item, and it'll help us advertise the podcast as you wear these things or take these things out into the public. We thank you for your support. If you have any questions, email us at southernfriedpodcast@yahoo.com. We'll be glad to answer. We're running some specials as well, 20, 25, and even 30% off in some cases. This will eliminate the mailing charges for sure. So go to sfplive.com/store for your Southern Fried Podcast items today. Remember, Christmas is just around the corner. Thank you.
Sorry about that, Dave. I was a little quick on the draw.
Yeah, that's okay. I see how you are. We'll talk about Dubby energy drinks then, brother, since you cut me off.
Well, Dubby is just amazing. I haven't tried it yet. I've got to order some.
Well, you need it because it says it makes you sharper in your thinking. Your brain really gets sharp. No sugar, so no
Well,
sugar for you, buddy. But use the
hey,
Southern Fried promo code. You get 10% off, and you help the Southern Fried podcast.
and I
And
will say
yes,
this, Dave. I know that you've already ordered you some, and I'd say that was probably a good move on your part. In your advanced years and everything, this may help your memory and stuff like that. This
well,
may cure dementia and Alzheimer's if it helped
you
your
never
memory.
know.
You never
Never
know.
know. I hope it helps me. Because I have to put up with you. So see, I need all the mental clarity I can get. All right,
Hmm.
Rob. There's one for you, Mammoth Nation.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, American products for Americans. Uh, they promote, support, and vet American-owned businesses. They support veterans. They don't. If you what you buy through there does not go to support the liberal left wing nonsense. Uh, they're anti woke. This is good American companies that go through Mammoth Nation. They promote them. They support them. Hey, we want to support that too. That is definitely something we can get behind.
That's right.
So you guys go out there, join Mammoth Nation. It's as low as $5 a month, or you can move up to a $10 a month donation. These donations go straight to supporting conservative causes and standpoints. So
Yeah, use the QR code. That helps us when you do that, and we appreciate
yeah,
that. And we have a couple other ways you can donate into the podcast through Venmo or PayPal. Thanks for your support. We're working on some other ones, haven't heard back, but we appreciate it. Visit our store. A lot of things in the store. I also want to give a shout out to the Three Ravens. They were at Ridgeland High School up here setting up for an event that they had, Rob, and just promotion
yeah.
of some of their books. I have the one on the left. It came from the trailer park, and I'm enjoying that book. I tell you, it's humorous, it's funny. It is. I'm really enjoying it. It cracks me up. I'm at a really good part, and I'm 10% through the book right now, and it was only $3.99 through ordering it to my Kindle, and you can't beat that, Rob. So I think they've got a satisfied customer that will be getting some more of those. Shout out to Three Ravens. I hollered at them over the weekend, and yes, we do appreciate the Cryptid Hunter Greg Smith being on the air. It's going to be a
Yes.
fun partnership. I really enjoyed that show, Rob. I really enjoyed it. Was that not fun? That was a fun
It
show.
was fun. It was a fun show. Uh, oh
and
my!
maybe what people couldn't see off the air was maybe even funnier, just stuff we couldn't show. But that what a fun time. I like stuff like
But you
that.
know what, Dave? We really learned about the chupacabra, Dave.
We did, And by the way, when I watched his video he did from the Deepwood, for those that weren't watching, we're talking about this gentleman here in Backwood Cryptids, a local guy, and he called himself. He said, "I'm just an old hillbilly." I like it. I live in the woods, and I get out in the woods, and he's looking for Bigfoot
Uh,
and whatever else.
uh,
Oh, you can talk this to either one of us, but
either one of them.
you know Rob more than you know me, so I'll be glad to just work with
I'll
Rob
shoot
on
you my phone number later on today, Sam. Uh, I should have already done it. I can't believe we hadn't swapped phone numbers yet. Uh, but we've been mm, we are moving to tomorrow. This is a historic type day. Um, this is the day before election day, and tomorrow our country is the leadership for the next 4 years will be decided, and this is big, people. I mean,
it. It
really,
is.
and everybody, we advocate prayer here on the show, and y'all pray before you vote if you haven't voted already. Y'all pray for our country, pray for our leaders, no matter who they are. Y'all pray, and that's something that we really need to focus on. And I encourage everybody out there in Cornbread Nation, let's stop at around 12 o'clock lunchtime, whenever, and let's just have a moment of silence and bow your head and pray. And let's continue doing that as often as we can between now and tomorrow, because we need that. And this
Yeah.
country needs it. No matter who wins, this country needs it. But we want to support our leaders, and as Christians, the main way we support each other is through prayer. And let's
I a couple of notes on RFK Jr. and I'm going to come back to that just for a second. It's what I ended with last night. But RFK Jr. has come out this weekend, and he's told his fans and followers and supporters of don't vote for me if my name's on the ballot or even write me in. He said, if you want to see me in Washington, vote Donald Trump. That was his message this weekend. And something he's really been into is a lot of like vax and some of the stuff about different things. But he has said that that Donald Trump would end the fluoridation of water. This is something a lot of people have talked about. They believe it causes problems in kids, or some who don't think it causes that. But I think he'll get a lot of support for that. If that's something that he's wanting the EPA to stop, is putting that in the water, because it is a wastewater byproduct. And anyway, it's just a lot of people are going to talk about that. But when I was my thing last night is that the nation is in a pause for this election, and it is big. And I just think about and we can list them forever, but I was just listing some of them. Think about what this moment means, not only for everyday Americans, but think about, like our military that's situated in bases around the world, around the globe. There's, they've already voted their votes in, and they're watching this from afar, wonder what's going to happen with their nation as they're sitting on a hot spot all the way, or they're on a submarine or an aircraft carrier flying planes above or whatever in defense of our nation. What does our allies think about this moment? This could change the course of that relationship. Definitely. So what Israel or Britain or Australia or some other nation that we have, ties with, we have close relationships with. What about our enemies too? What is that? What do they think about that? Which one do they want? That's interesting as well. Which one would what causes more respect out there in a foreign national way? We've not seen any kind of. We've seen us get pushed around, I think, Rob, over the last 4 years. We've seen the country, our Navy has got pushed around. We've just thrown money at people. And this very weekend, they sent $425 million more to Ukraine. 425 million more to Ukraine. They're throwing money at stuff.
I would, when you talk about Ukraine, I don't want to see Ukraine lose. I don't, but we've got issues here at home, and we borrow money to give to other countries is what it boils down to. And that's not our place. These countries need to try to take care of themselves. And if somebody has a natural disaster and you try to help, that's one thing. But a lot of this stuff, people bring it on themselves. I'm just, we got vets in the street. Our veteran suicide is the highest probably in the world, the actual numbers. We got illegal aliens pouring across the borders. We got fentanyl poured into the country. We've got crime going rampant in some of these states. We have like gang members just taking over just a handful of apartment complexes. Like that's
and you have to hide your dogs and cats in some cases, Rob. Come on. So we have to hide Peanut, the Peanuts of the world, and Fred's, and you can't let your pets run free in some areas because they might be lunch. To be honest, sad. That's right, Carman. That's right.
Mm-hmm. So I
mean, all them voters see that. They see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to my phone like that too. How many times have you said this about your phone? Stupid phone. That is as American gets right there. Us Southern boys, we don't like them old phones messing with us. We're trying to talk, trying to do things. It ain't playing nice with us.
What I love is us Southern people. I mean, how often? Because we'll type in like we talk, and then we get auto corrected like every third word. It'll throw something else. That's not what I'm saying. You type what I tell you to say. And it keeps changing it. And it annoys the snot out of me. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. We're worrying about the wrong things in this country. We really are. We are worrying about nitpicky stuff when we got big, major problems. We're worried about which bathroom we're going to go to. We were worried about, and they're forcing us to worry about men and women's sports. Come on. It just,
By the way, on a lighter note, because it's tough and we get passionate about it. On a lighter note, how about them Falcons, Rob? Took down the mighty Cowboys. Oh, just the fact that Jerry Jones is unhappy this morning kind of makes my day.
Hey,
Sorry, Coach Drew, if you're listening to this, sorry.
Yes. Well, I think they had some in the Dallas locker room last night. And
their quarterback said, yeah, exactly, or a cat litter trace, But the quarterback, we can't repeat what the quarterback said about his own team for the Cowboys yesterday, but you can go look it up. But you know what? He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He's not.
It's nice, isn't it nice to see the Falcons flying high? Rise up, baby! 6-3, and the Cowboys are like 3-5 or something like that. I mean, there's one game difference there for them, but yeah.
And they said that I watched a thing this morning on it, and it showed the Falcons defense just busting through the line. It was like 5 or 6 of them on the running back, I guess, or it was the quarterback. I don't even know if he got the ball off, and they all just swarm tackled him.
They said he had to leave with a hamstring injury. Some of the people online were saying that was a nice way to say they benched him, and others said, well, he had already quit anyway, so they had to come up with a story to say why he was on the bench. Oh, Cowboys, they always call themselves America's team. No, you're not. You're not America's team anymore. I don't know if you ever were, but in your own mind you were. No, you're not America's team. If you're going to be America's team, don't you have to win?
Oh, Dave, that was harsh. Hey, but we still like them Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Well,
Texas got some pretty women now. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Didn't say they didn't. Ooh.
Oh, Sam, we gotta put that up there.
Oh man.
Oh.
But on another note, Georgia somehow won again. We're still trying to figure out how. Mayday. Can we find out where the real Carson Beck is? I think we have an alien invasion going on. What is the body snatchers? Carson Beck is not the same guy he was last year. Can somebody check and see if he's not been, it's another stand-in. It's they call that a clone, a skinwalker, something. Something's wrong here.
Yeah,
that's not the guy we had last year.
No.
The guy seems to want to throw the ball to the other team. He needs to understand the concept. They are wide open, and he throws the ball to them. I mean, he does a good job doing that. It's a pretty pass. It's just to the wrong guy. Come on. Will the real Carson Beck please stand up?
Yeah. Somehow, it's not Carson Beck anymore. It's more like Mr. Bean. Come on.
Oh.
Since when did Carson Beck become Mr. Bean? He needs to.
A lot of people are harsh about his looks. I'm not going to do that, but I've heard some Bama fans talk about what they thought he looked like, and he does put on the dark face and everything for the games, and he does have his eyes are kind of sunken back in a look or whatever, but he's got a lot in front of him. God bless this young man. I know it's a lot of pressure for a 21-year-old or whatever he is, 20. I don't know how old, but come on, you're the guy. You got to step up. You're making all that money. Oh man.
Oh, that's harsh.
Tennessee does win again, and Robert Vanderbilt won again.
Yes, they beat Auburn. I'll tell you what, after Vanderbilt been riding in the slats for so long, and to see them stepping up this year, man, I've enjoyed it. I have absolutely enjoyed watching Vanderbilt's season this year. And I know they've had some tough losses, but my goodness.
Yeah,
There
what
goes.
happened to Milrow? That's another one.
Yeah.
You know, this guy was both these guys Heisman contenders. They're not even going to be. They're not even going to get close enough to sniff the Heisman. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm sorry. That was sort of a Biden comment. I guess I shouldn't
Yeah.
say that, but you know, I'm sorry. I feel a little
Hey,
spiffy this morning,
hey,
Rob.
hey, you get a little tight in the flaps and loosen the rudders there, buddy. Let me tell you right now, they came from a middle class family.
Yeah, baby.
Here's, we're talking football just a little bit longer. I got to throw one more thing up. Tennessee's last game this year is against Vanderbilt. It's their traditional end game, thing. How sweet would that be?
I think
Vanderbilt.
this is something that all of America can get on board with. Vanderbilt beating Tennessee.
Oh, I think they can.
Sorry, Tennessee fans, but
I'm
you know
sorry.
it's true. Could Vanderbilt win the state? You know,
Yeah, and I'm going to throw this out there. I mean, there's South Carolina coming up.
is the game at Tennessee or Vanderbilt?
Let me see if I can figure this
Because
out.
I got news for them. If it's at Tennessee, they don't have far to go to throw the goalpost into the river. I mean, the problem would be getting that thing out of there. They have to break it up. I don't know how easy it would be to get it out of the stadium. But
Oh,
the river is right behind the stadium. I mean, it would be pretty easy to throw it in there. Maybe they carry it to the top of the stadium and throw it over.
I think it's at Vanderbilt.
Well, she's a good wife. She's a good wife. We'll say that. Absolutely. Divided household there. I understand it. At least it's no orange, right? No orange in the house.
Yes. I mean, Sam, it's okay to have a Georgia fan for a wife, just not a Tennessee fan, because it says in the Bible you should not unequally yoke yourself to a non-believer. Uh, and let me go ahead and say now, I've got a good friend out there, and y'all get me tomorrow. Hopefully, his name's Joel Pritchett. He is a big time Tennessee fan, and I'm sorry, Joel. I love you, brother, and I'm gonna give you every opportunity to fire right back at us because we love you, and at least it's an SEC team, kind of, and no, it's a long and storied school. It's a good school. It's a good team. This year they have made a lot of improvements, and this year they are Tennessee tough. Georgia still got to play them. I don't want to run too much smack here.
Well,
Uh,
that's a couple of weeks, but we can't think about Tennessee. We got the Mississippi
yeah, I got to get through on
coming.
this first. Vanderbilt winds up with South Carolina, LSU, then Tennessee. Boy, man, if they could sweep the table on this, I don't think they will. But if they could, that puts them at what, 9-3, and knocking off yet a top 10, another top 10 school. Yeah, I don't think
I
they're
mean,
going to beat. I think
they're playing really well, really, really well.
so.
Bob,
Yeah,
I'm gonna send you a picture here in just a second.
I kind of wish we had their quarterback when Beck throws the ball to the interception. But you know what? We're gonna get behind Beck anyway. He's gonna straighten up.
Oh yeah, we love him. It's just we have to. We're wanting him to do better. I mean, we're wanting him to do better.
But man, it's hard sometimes.
Check your text there, Rob. I thought this was that says a lot right there.
Oh my goodness, let's find this. Is it on text?
Yeah, it should be coming. It'll take you a minute. I mean, it's got to get all the way to South Georgia through all the peanut farms and out there to rural South Georgia. Rob probably internet. He's got the hamster wheel running. This
I got
morning.
the hamster wheel running here. It'd be all right.
Yeah, we
Well, it
better
should
get it
be in here
together.
by now.
It should be.
There it
There it comes. I heard it.
Dude, why didn't you put that up? We got to post that one. Let's see here.
See if you can get it up there. I think that's great. It's sad. I mean,
I
I'm not.
think
It's
that's-
It's really horrible. I mean, but that's kind of where we're at this morning. I mean, on the
It
eve
is.
of election, November 5th, Election Day. This says it all. I mean, this should be what we need some banners, to put in the Trump train as they're rolling down the street. By the way, the coolest thing I saw this weekend, I wish I'd have pulled this, is the video of the Amish wagons rolling down the road with the Trump flags waving. I love that.
Dude,
I told you about the time I was in Amish country and I wanted some Amish jelly. I was at the interstate. I had to get back. My mom was going into critical surgery and I didn't have a lot of time to mess with, but I asked this Amish guy. He had pulled up to a McDonald's and walked in to get him a sausage biscuit. I said, "Hey, where can I get some of that Amish jelly?" He said, "Well, you go right down here to where the big oak fell, and you turn, and Miss Johnson's house will be next. Then you turn there, and right up there on the hillside there, that's where you get that. You got all the Amish jelly you want." And I said, "Hey, thanks for helping me out, brother. I just got on the interstate and left. I didn't have time. I had to get home. I thought, I don't even know where the big oak tree is, and I sure don't know who Miss Johnson is." And I would have said, "Could you just lead me there?" But he is in the buggy. I thought this might be 10 miles out. I don't have time to wait. Gotta love the Amish. I went to it was a Longhorn Steakhouse in Ohio, and the coolest thing, they've got the place to tie your horses up for the Amish. I thought that was cool, and there were some there tied up, and then they're eating them a good old steak. Some young people sparking, out for the date. Oh my goodness, I love it, man. America's great.
Now, wait a minute. I know that I downloaded that. Where did it go?
You can't find the download?
No.
Rob.
Attach.
Attach. But yeah, happy to see all of you again in here this morning. Hope you have a great Monday. Let's remember our nation. Pray for them, as Rob said. Then Monday Night Football will be on tonight. What about the dad for Jordan Addison, excuse me, wide receiver, Minnesota Vikings, who said, getting on the quarterback and said, even Stevie Wonder could have seen how wide open his boy was on the field. I thought, ouch, man. He's texting that from the stands. And then later, the guy made an incredible catch, But, I mean, quarterbacks got to deal with dad up in the stands. I mean, what a comment. Even Stevie Wonder would have seen that. I thought, man, that's rough, man.
Now, come on now. There's a certain amount of smack talk in football that is totally acceptable, and a certain amount that's not. But that, when you can throw out a comment like that, that's great. I'm sorry, but
Yes, they are, Michael. Yes, they are. I've seen some of those pictures too.
Let's see.
Master Carpenters. Did you get it up there?
I'm working on it. I gotta knock something off an overlay here. I cannot.
Well, there'll be something there you can take down, or you can do background or even video.
Okay, so this is after Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon. This is where we're at today in this country.
Yeah. Sadly. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Hold. Now. Go in there. Let's pull this good American family out on the front lawn and, make them look like the criminals of all criminals and deny them bathroom access and tear their house apart. Oh, yeah, baby. There you go.
Yeah, we got this.
Bunch of jack boots coming in. Come on. You don't do everyday Americans like that. Good, decent Americans. That's where we're at, folks. Remember this when you go vote tomorrow. Ridiculous. Peanut. Poor Peanut. Yeah. So they take the rescue Peanut and executing and Fred.
Yeah.
Execute the animals. That's the answer. I mean, how long before they come and get the old and infirm?
You said that in a German accent too. That was impressive.
Yeah.
Execute the animal.
Yeah. Well, that's just what it sounds like, man. I'm serious. I mean, papers, please. I mean, what's next? We try to cross a state line or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it starts. I mean, if we just put up with that, again, if you go back and you watch some of the stuff that's been going on with some of the deer and some of the how they've come in with their lab coat, evil scientists coming in there and killing off whole herds because they claim they have detected, different things in them. I'm telling you, man, they're coming after American farmers. They're coming after the Americans that have keep animals and have raise their cattle and everything. People that have their own water sources. But don't believe me, go look at the stories. They just don't get talked about. But real Americans know what's going on. They see it. They see it every day. These people are standing on the line for us, man.
They are.
But bugs are us. Fish become your way for meals. I mean,
Yeah.
And now she's talking about, think about it. She's talking about controlling the price of groceries. So what she's going to do is cripple businesses so they can't do business. I mean, they can't afford to stay in business. They don't set the price. The price is set by the expense of stuff, the inflation of stuff. And if she's
no, Dave, they're price gouging.
Oh yeah, and control the price.
This is made up.
Yeah, how long is your store going to stay open? Not long.
Yeah, this is a completely fictional thing that they've put out there. Oh, it's price gouging. It's price gouging. It's price gouging. Bull crap. If the cost goes up to get it in, the cost goes up to get it out.
The margin on the markup in a store is not much.
No, it's not. And out of that, they got to pay their employees. They got to pay their lights. An electric in a grocery store is high because you got to pay for all those lights that are on all day long throughout the store. Then you got all your refrigeration and everything else. You got to pay your taxes. You got to do everything else. And you got to pay for the stuff to go on the shelves and the fuel to get it there. I mean, the warehouse that you buy the stuff from has to make a profit too. So people don't even think about all the costs that goes into running. Oh, they're just price gouging.
By the way, Rod, did you see the interaction between the police and some of one was a Georgia fan. I think the other one was a Florida fan. The beatdown that was going on in the stands at the Florida Stadium. You saw that video?
Yes, I've seen some of that
video. Wow. And they were drunk probably, and they were, but some of that looks a little over the top to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that older guy, he's down. I mean, he's just waylaying on the guy, man.
Mm-hmm. That's not.
Well, they have to deal with all the thefts and everything.
I want to give a stinker award this morning.
Stinker award. Uh-oh. Hold your nose.
Stinker.
Good morning, Brother Earl.
There's Earl. Hey, Brother Hester. Hey, you here just in time for my first stinker award.
Uh-oh.
All right. This stinker award goes out to Louisiana. Oh, hang on a minute. That was loud. I'm sorry about that. But to Louisiana Monroe Warhawks assistant coach, Cameron Blankenship. And if y'all haven't heard this story or seen it yet, go out and look at this video of this absolute ugly chewing out he gave one of his linemen. It was he was running off the field, and this guy rips his helmet off, throws a forearm in his chest, is spit screaming in his face. Yeah. So
I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, you need to watch this one.
Let's go check that out.
I hope they terminate this guy. This was totally and completely uncalled for. So a stinker award to you, Cameron Blankenship.
We'll have to check that out.
Check that out. That is ugly, dude. Almost as ugly as that beat down them cops were putting on that Georgia boys. This is ugly. You're looking that up? Yeah, please do and watch that.
Thanks for being in here. Sorry, but I do have to go to work.
Yep, Earl. You got here right at 7:00. I'll give you a holler here in a minute, brother.
We will be on tonight. Mama said, and we will be talking about election and other things that come to mind. We're going to look at the electoral journey for President Donald J. Trump for him to win. What it's going to take.
We're going to let David give out a stinker award to Cameron Blankenship too after he watches that video.
Yeah, I haven't seen the video, but I'll look it up today and check that out.
Yeah, when you watch it, you'll want to give him a stinker award too. So But yeah, Brother Hester, you have a great day. I'll holler at you here in a little bit. I got to get up and get moving here. And Dave does too. Oh, don't be sorry, brother. We'll catch you tonight.
That's right.
We love you, brother. Sam, if you're still out here, love you too, brother. Appreciate you being here. Michael, we love having you in here. Michael's usually the first one in here. He's already typing before we even get this thing up.
I know.
He's
He's
up
first
before.
on the line.
We love all y'all. Hey, we've had a great crowd in here this morning. All you people on X, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Hey, appreciate it. Y'all like, follow, subscribe.
And it's great to be an American.
Yes, it is.
Don't let them steal your joy. It's great to
That's
be an
right.
American. We love this country, and we're not going to stand for the peanuts and the friends of the world being assassinated by these jackboots. We're not going to let. We're going to stay on this.
And don't forget, tomorrow night we're going to be on here as long as we can stand it on this election thing. So y'all make sure to plan on joining us here tomorrow night. We're going to try to get as current on updates as we possibly can. So
if there's any Trump trains that are going around today anywhere or even into tomorrow, please
send us some video.
Send video and have Peanut and Fred at the front of the line.
There you go.
Make some banners or something up.
God bless y'all.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. We love you, and we'll holler at you here on the flip side. See you tonight.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show.